Matt's over there hung up behind me. Good morning, Carlotta gang. How you guys doing today? Matt, stop shouting! Well, today it is already, let's see, what time is it? Well, right now it is 6 o'clock afternoon. I just got off work and I'm going to Serenity. Let's see if we can get anyone to go to Serenity with us right now. FaceTime Matt G.
Making a FaceTime call to Matt G.
Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. Sorry about the language, guys. I get pretty emotional when none of my friends want to ride with me. Hey, bro, will you be my friend? Want to go to the skate park? At least I got one true friend. He said that needs to be. This is true. We don't do huge things. Huh? There we go. Oh damn.
Wait. Alright, am I good?
How you feeling?
I might just die.
Oh, you got it. What division are you in?
4. Finger whip the frame of A and then whip front scoot the hip.
You had that. You had no.
Just turned 3 like a month ago.
Hey. that was good. That was good. That was good. Fire. Tomcat.
Got it.
Alright, so I'm here at the post office because I have to actually send back this deck from Fusion Pro Scooter. So what happened was, this was a deck that was not meant to be ridden, and they actually need it back for a couple more projects that they need. So they're sending me a new one that is rideable, and this one is being sent back for a couple more projects that they need to have done. So unfortunately, I have to send this one back. This is a little bit like my 3rd time ever sending anything in my life. It's gonna be kind of weird. That moment when you have to walk back to get your box because you just got done taking your thumbnail. We're here at the post office in Lake Elsinore. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to film in here. Probably shouldn't. I can't film inside the post office, so I have to go leave my camera inside, but I'll see you guys in like 5 minutes. Alright, so I just got done at the post office, so I had to ship the deck because they wanted me to open the deck and show all you guys the new Fusion products. But pretty much yesterday what I wanted to talk about is why the clips were so short, because well, when I got off work, it seems like we only have about like getting to that point of the year to where it gets dark extremely fast, and I only had about 10 to 15 minutes of light to actually film, so it kind of sucks. So sorry that the clips weren't on point as much as I wanted them to be, or as much as you guys wanted them to be. Because it is getting darker now. Earlier in the day, I have to start going to the skate parks and everything like that earlier, which I am extremely excited for. I'm actually incredibly excited for this because, I don't know, just like with everything, you gotta mature and grow up and start to venture out to new and better things. It's gonna be scary, yeah, of course, but I know in the long run, it'll be a great thing. And of course, I will still be the manager of the shop. We'll be here not 6 days a week. Oh yeah, by the way, when I was at the post office, I got something cool. Look at this. You guys know what this is? It's my passport that I'm gonna be filling out. Yeah, I might be going to a lot of places in the future. I'm so excited. And it's always good to have a passport just in case you need it. Yeah. So I'm pretty hyped right now. I'm extremely hyped now. I just got the best idea on the planet because I get this question a bunch because I see a lot of people saying, I have a lot of people coming in here and saying that 120 wheels are faster than 110mm wheels. So I just got the best video idea ever, and I get a lot of people asking me what are better, 120s or 110s, and I'm gonna give you guys a rundown of what I personally think about 120s to 110s and all that good stuff. All right, now today's video is gonna be a 110mm scooter wheels versus 120mm scooter wheels. Now this is a question I get a lot as a shop. I have a lot of people coming in here saying that 120mm wheels are faster than the 110mm wheels. Now I'm gonna give you guys a rundown of why everyone says they're faster and everything like that. All right, so the first wheel that we're gonna be talking about is gonna be the Envy Lamborghini wheel. This wheel is a 120mm wheel, so it's gonna be a bigger wheel than the 110mm wheel. I have a Proto gripper right here. As you guys can see, the wheel is clearly bigger. What are the benefits to having a 120mm wheel? Because the wheel is bigger, you're gonna, of course, obviously be higher off the ground. So let's say you're a beginner and you're trying to go over speed bumps and you have a problem scraping, or you're dropping in something and you scrape a lot on like banks and stuff like that. Having the 120mm wheels, you're gonna avoid scraping on banks and stuff like that when you're dropping into them, because you're higher off the ground. So that is one of the benefits to the 120mm wheels. Hold up, I heard that the new Fusion 120mm wheels, they're coming in the mail right now to me, and I heard they're extremely fast and extremely smooth. I'll give you guys a full rundown test of those as soon as they come in. Because they're 20mm wheels, one of the benefits is, like I said, being higher off the ground, so you're not gonna scrape as much. That's just like for the beginners. The real plus side to 120mm wheels is that they are in theory faster than 110mm wheels. Now the reason why I say in theory is because I will get into that later on in the video. 110s versus 120mm scooter wheels. 120s are gonna be grabbing more ground per rotation when you are riding your scooter, because what's going on is this one is going to be covering more ground per rotation clockwise all the way from here to here, and then this one would be from here to here again. Let's say the bearings in both these wheels. Both these wheels have the same, let's say they have both the same exact bearings and the same exact urethane and everything like that. So this wheel can go all the way from this little logo all the way around to this again. So a complete 360-degree spin around. And the same thing with this. If this one can do 360 degrees all the way around. Let's say they can do that 6 times. This one will be grabbing more ground than this one in that time, because it's obviously a bigger wheel, so you're gonna be going farther and faster than this wheel is just grabbing more ground per rotation. Now also, urethane is a big part of a wheel going faster and whatnot. Rebound and everything like that. I'll show you guys right now how to test a wheel's rebound. Alright, how to test a wheel's rebound. So you get the Proto wheel and you go like this, and you kinda like your wrist and go backwards like that, like flick it back. Look at the flick of that wrist. So you wanna like flick it so it comes towards you. See? See how that one bounces like straight up? It's because the rebound on these wheels are extremely good and the urethane is extremely good. It's kind of like a basketball. Like, let's say you have a basketball and you try to bounce it and it doesn't bounce back. Obviously, the basketball is going to be not the best. Now, the Envy Lambo wheel. So this one doesn't bounce quite as high as the Proto does. The Lambo wheel doesn't bounce quite as high as the Proto does. It's just because, well, for one, Proto wheels are some of the smoothest. Well, that's just because Proto wheels, they're just Proto wheels, and I don't have to explain that much about Proto wheels. The Lambo wheels. So in theory, let's say these both were 110mm wheels. The Proto wheel would have destroyed it as far as speed and everything like that, because they would be the same, because it's just a better quality wheel. The rebound was better and everything like that. But because the Envy Lambo wheels are 26mm thick, that means they are thicker than a normal Proto wheel. I don't know if you guys can see that. That means that they are also grabbing more ground. So let's say this. Let's use the instance of like supercars, right? So like a Lamborghini or whatever. If you look at those wheels on the cars, they are extremely wide. Now, I'm not a big car expert, so I don't know why they're extremely wide, but I can assure you if the wheel was skinnier on the supercar, it would not nearly be as fast, because what happens is, because the wheel is so much thicker, you have more grip. So when you start going, you're grabbing more ground to launch you forward. And that's why 26mm is so much more beneficial than, I believe these are 24. And like, I know that there's like the Eagle Radix wheels, the Ethic Eclipso wheels, and a couple other wheels that are 30mm wide, which I've ridden those, and those things are like out of this world fast. To break it down, so to kind of like wrap this up. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that the Envy Lamborghini wheel is going to be faster than the Proto wheel, because urethane is so much of a factor inside of any wheel. The Lamborghini wheel, the 120 Envy wheel is not necessarily faster than the Proto wheel, which is a 110mm wheel. It's because all of it's urethane, and the Proto has extremely good urethane, but they're a 110mm wheel, and the Envy wheel is a bigger wheel and it has good urethane, but not as good as the Proto. So they're both extremely fast. If I had to choose a wheel, I would choose 120mm wheels, just because you get more control on your scooter because they're bigger and they're grabbing more ground. But once those new Fusion wheels come out, I'm gonna be riding in those 100% because they are bomb urethane like the Proto wheels, and the mixture between and the size of a Lambo wheel. Like, that's literally like a dream wheel come true, and I want to see how they feel. And I'll give you guys a full test on those once they come out. Alright, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me down in the description on Instagram, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.